The Montreal police are overspending their budget by millions and being rewarded for it. After going $50 million over their budget in 2022, the City of Montreal is providing the SPVM with a $63 million boost in their budget. This is a record high for the SPVM in the city's entire history. This is nothing new from our municipal government, Projet Montreal, who provided the SPVM with a $45 million budget increase after the police went over their last budget in 2021. In order to meet what the budget was before Projet Montreal took power, the city would have to defund millions from the police budget. What legacy will Projet Montreal hold? A party committed to public safety, or a party committed to providing the police with so much institutional power?
Local 514 spoke with Montrealers challenging the increase to the SPVM's budget and the need for public security within our society.
Last February, Local 514 reported on the city giving the SPVM a $45 million increase.
In the summer of 2020, Montreal Mayor Valérie Plante said that she would look into defunding the police.
This was during worldwide protests in support of Black Lives Matter and defunding the police.
That same year, a poll showed that 73% of Montrealers voted in favor of defunding the police.
But that same fall, and every year since, Projet Montreal has increased the police budget. And how does the SPVM respond to the boost in their budget? By overspending. Do the police need to be rewarded for overspending? The SPVM overspent their budget by around $9 million each year between 2011 and 2020. What's the reason for overspending? The SPVM is overspending due to overtime being worked by officers. The SPVM said this is necessary in the fight against violence by firearms. Since 2018, money spent on overtime hours for the SPVM ranged between $37.4 million and $42.4 million.
Concordia professor and journalist Ted Rutland has been challenging increases towards the SPVM's budget.
Montreal is the only police department that overspends to this extent. The SPVM overspends by about $30 million a year. That's basically them deciding what they feel like spending, how much of our money they would like to spend. No other police force does this. The closest other examples are Vancouver and Peel region that overspend by about $2.5 million a year. So this is year after year that this happens. And, the responsibility for that lies with the SPVM, of course, but it also lies with the municipal government that's supposed to oversee the police. There have been increases in certain kinds of crime in cities across Canada, and we don't have that level of overspending.
The city has cited that gun violence has increased in Montreal, and the SPVM are the ones that can handle it. But just how much has gun violence worsened in our city? Armed violence has decreased in 2022. Media in Montreal will have you believe that armed violence is heavily increasing, as reports of violence have been highlighted as rising on the streets of Montreal. Our own mayor, Valérie Plante, has repeated similar rhetoric before, but that's not what she said in the recent budget. In the 2023 budget, a statement from Plante says, Montreal is recognized as one of the safest metropolises in North America. This isn't the first time the Plante administration has said something like this. If our city is so safe, what's the need for police to receive $63 million more this year?
They are constantly saying that they need to feel more safe and increase police. On the other side, they're saying they're the safest because of this police. They know that wellness checks that we should have professional mental health care people trained for are met with violent police over and over again, with brown, black, indigenous people at the forefront of that. So when we're asking whose safety, I suppose, it's if we are talking about a largely white community, I would say the perception of safety from having more police is reinforced.
In a council meeting in late November 2022, Rutland questioned the city over such a large budget increase, citing such a low rise in armed violence. Here's how the city responded.
Il faut comprendre qu'on vit dans une situation très, très, très particulière. Les policiers ont été beaucoup sollicités pendant la pandémie, comme vous le savez, pour faire des tâches qui ne sont pas forcément dans les tâches quotidiennes de courir derrière les méchants, entre guillemets. Alors là-dessus, c'est clair qu'il y a eu beaucoup de mouvements aussi dans la police et qu'il fallait qu'on donne un petit coup de pouce pour épauler nos policiers et nos policières qui font quand même un travail assez exceptionnel, il faut le dire. On a investi également énormément dans des projets de prévention et on compte continuer à le faire parce que cette administration croit que chaque fois qu'on empêche un jeune de tomber dans la criminalité, on économise pour l'ensemble de la société.
If the SPVM are maintained is the most funded institution in Montreal since our so-called progressive municipal party, Projet Montreal, took power in 2017. What does this mean for institutional power in our city?
Only 2.9% of the budget is going towards social housing, while 18.4% is going towards public safety. This is the highest percentage provided towards any municipal service. The amount that the city is budgeting towards housing is approximately the same budgeted towards snow removal.
With the highest police budget in the country and growing, can we look to Projet Montreal to decrease spending? What do you think of the SPVM budget increasing? Let us know what you think below in the comments. Visit the link in bio to watch the full episode on our YouTube and subscribe to our newsletter to stay up to date with our content as soon as it releases.